rich, but I can help it. I'm good as fuck. I've been on these bitches next so long, sometimes I fucking stuck. I can put you in my business. You might wish me dead tomorrow. Bitches be on today, sing every word of up tomorrow. I still got cases open. Keep your mouth shut tomorrow. Play with me today, then get some stiff. You know it's up tomorrow. Fake, that's what my friend. Both. See, I think y'all should scissor. She bought a chain, I bought the same one, even bigger. She throwing shots, that's how I know I got a trigger. I don't speak dog ho. I don't care what no bitch say. I stay on her mind, I got condos in that chain. She said she don't fuck with me. Who say that you can't hold? That munching, he gon' eat me like a mango. Long ass week, it be tickling my ass crack. Wonder what I do tomorrow that these hoes will be mad at. Oh yeah, it's sweet, and I always get my lick boo. I thought for my bitches and I'm fighting over dick too.
Can't say your name up in my songs, might not with you tomorrow. Can get my feelings hurt today, I won't give a tomorrow. Ain't about no credit score, I might be rich tomorrow. Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. Can't say your name up in my songs, might not you tomorrow. Can get my feelings hurt today, I won't give a tomorrow. Ain't about no credit score, I might be rich tomorrow. Every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. You would think I went to school for chiropractic. Looking good as hell today, just sent my five attachment. Why'd you come from me about it? Man, you back for that, come at me about niggas who I don't need.
Don't come at me by faux locks I don't even find attractive. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Happy Friday. We are back to talk Reasonable Doubt Season 3, Episode 6. You already know what to do. Get in here, be polite, hit that like button, show some love in that chat, and let us know what you're thinking about the show and our commentary. Bringing her out first. Hopefully she's ready to get into the mess. Ashley, how are you doing?
I am doing well, Tyra. Amazing. Ready to get into all things Reasonable Doubt tonight. Ready to talk gaslighting that the show did, because don't sit up here and tell me these are peonies when clearly they're hydrangeas. It's the little things for me. It's the continuity. But again, another great episode, and I am ready. Good to see everybody.
Girl, I missed something with peonies. I was like, what was that flower commentary?
It pissed me off. I had to get it off my chest. It pissed me off so bad. Don't play in my face.
We're gonna have to run it back because I'm not sure I saw it.
Hydrangeas. Those aren't peonies. Peonies are my favorite flower, Tyra. It's my signature flower. I know.
Bringing him out next. Happy that he's here with us this week. Lawrence, are you ready to get into Reasonable Doubt?
Woo-wee. I am ready to get into Reasonable Doubt. He was a star. Monica. Jail time, Monica. Jail time. What are you talking about? He was a star. He's super underage. I want to hear that. I'm ready, man. Reasonable Doubt. Wow. What episode. What episode.
I hope she under the jail. Under the jail. I need her to be underneath the jail. We are going to go ahead and go in and give EJ a minute. But while we are doing that, Ashley, I am going to start with you and I'm going to adjust. What were your overall thoughts of this episode?
This was again another really strong episode. They're layering the tension and the intrigue of it all. Still some things I'm trying to figure out what we're leading to, but I will say I enjoyed it. I thought the pacing was great. Billable Bill, the crazy's about to come out. I don't know if y'all peeped it. I don't know if y'all noticed it, but my prophetic voice shall be heard. I get by next episode, we'll see his true colors shining through. And the way he was riding Sally Hemings down in that bedroom, like a bronco, like a rodeo bronco. Like, what in the world was happening? No, Monica is a monster. She had her Sunday school outfit on. This was a good episode. I was here for it, and I'm ready to talk my ish tonight. I'm so ready. It was good.
Lawrence, overall thoughts?
Wow, riding it like a bronco. Wow, yeah, she's right. Sally from the Valley, or should we call her Sally, aka P Valley? My goodness. Another great episode of Reasonable Doubt. We got Cordell. I don't know this guy, but I don't watch a lot of reality TV, but he came through. Shout out to the homies. They was there. Man, this court case, man, everything is slowly unraveling. Monica thought she was gonna be able to be so smooth with her little hair bun. That didn't cut it for Jax. You know what I'm saying? A little Sunday school hair bun. That didn't cut it for Jax. I felt bad for the mother, but overall, this was a great episode. Another banger.
It was. It's been consistent all the way through this entire season. EJ, how are you feeling? Are you ready to get into Reasonable Doubt? And what were your overall thoughts of this episode?
Hey y'all. Hey, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Stuff is being funny. Okay, thank you. Listen, this was a great episode. I enjoyed this episode. Yeah, Sally for the streets, y'all. I don't know what was going on with that. And I love the fact that you recognize that them were not the flowers that they said they were, Ashley, because I didn't have a clue.
Same.
But thank you for, because that was that was a great call out.
Did I miss the scene?
It was that dinner date he had with his wife, honey.
Oh, I swear I wasn't looking at them flowers. I was not looking at them.
Those are not pink.
But she did acknowledge them. She was like, "Oh, you remembered." I swear I wasn't. I was trying to get over there to see if he was going to try to stab her because she didn't want to let him in the house. I didn't know where we were going. I wasn't worried about no flowers. But, sentiment's the same. Very good episode. Predators are gonna pray. Like, it was, Monica is horrible, and I just hate that it's Mercedes from the paint. Girl, I think so highly of you and them cheeks on a pole, and you over here being diabolical like this. She says we gonna get this diversity. Y'all know I had this in me. I art a villain because she's terrible, and the fact that she doesn't know she's terrible or she doesn't think so is just absolutely sickening. This was a good episode. I'm just really great. I'm just happy that the show has been really great and it's been consistent. Like, it is black show fatigue up in here. I swear we ain't got nothing.
I promise.
We don't have too much of anything as far as all black shows, and it's just nice to see one still trucking along. And I'm hoping that we get a fourth season because it is a drought all up and through here. DeMarcus, thank you so much for the $5. Bill Sterling smashing Sally was wild. It was. Say, boy, if you don't put them chicken colors, Bill was outside. We're going to talk about Hood Sally because Sally couldn't wait to leave the valley and get under some sheets. Thank you once again, DeMarcus. Ozzy was smashing the stripper whisper from P Valley before he crashed out. Was it? You would know the background strippers and stuff, DeMarcus. I don't know who. If it wasn't Mercedes in Mississippi and Autumn Nights, I don't know who that is. But shout out to Whisper. Thank you. But getting into this episode, we are going to start here because what better place to start? Because they keep trying to give us a little when it comes to Ozzy. Ozzy wakes up in this episode from a nightmare, dream, whatever sequence you want to call it, and this lady is still there breathing. I was like, where your people at? Where is anybody for her to be having all of this unlimited access to you all the time? We're going to get into those parents, but if it were me, and this is my son, regardless of him being a grown-up or whatever, with all of the issues that he's had that they are privy to beyond just us getting into the essay and all those things, he was troubled long before. I wouldn't leave my baby's side. I would be there checking in, checking on. No, we don't see nobody. All we see is Monica. We see Monica breathing down his neck saying it's going to be all right. And I was protecting you and doing that. And I found the bloody shirts. So what are you doing in my space? I thought it was very peculiar that whatever nightmare he was having, and it's Wendy speaking, it's his voice, but you see Monica's face. I don't know if they're trying to mislead us to think that it is Ozzy, and it's not, but it's always an option that I'm hoping that it's not, because I don't want them to lean back into that first season and having those personalities. I guess it would be something different here if he just really doesn't remember doing it. But it seems like the arrows could be pointing in that direction. I do not think it was Monica. She's a whole lot of things, but she is not a murderer to me. If it's not Ozzy, then it's those parents. And if it is Ozzy, I could see Monica and everybody else trying to cover up for him. Ashley, what did you think about the nightmare?
Girl, Ozzy didn't do this. Ozzy did a lot of stuff. Ozzy didn't do this. You have to now think about who had access to his home, right? And or what if this was his own blood on his own sweatshirt? He had all those scratches. There were some other things going on. Monica's still in the running for me. She's still in the running, but now the sister has taken the top spot. The parents, to me, while angry and while really vocal about it, the sister to me is the one to watch. After this episode, It's that damn sister. She got too many secrets. She got too many. She's just conniving. You know what I mean? There's something about her. And I'm not opposed to it being a 2-man job. Ozzy is plagued. He's forever gonna be that. I guess affected artist or whatever. A tortured artist. This tortured soul. And like you said, it didn't start now. This started many, many years ago. I think this is just icing on the cake. Because if we think about the drugs, we think about his already altered mental state, the trauma from his past. This is like the perfect storm for him to do something completely reckless. I feel like this might have been a bit of subtle foreshadowing for what's ultimately going to happen with Ozzy. I don't know. After this episode, I don't know if I see him lasting.
Well, I've been said he wasn't gonna make you be on the upper room, but we shall sit there, right there until we get to it. Because Monica, is she going to prison? Because if she ain't going to prison, who's to guarantee that she's gonna go away? What are we doing here? Lawrence, what do you think about this nightmare?
Well, I can say Ozzy definitely didn't have a wet dream. This was a bad nightmare for Ozzy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm leaning 100%. 100% when I tell y'all this. I think it was the sister. That is the number one suspect, like Ashley was saying before. As the season was continuing to build up, there's so many, different ideas of people who I thought it could be, but now I know for sure, without a doubt, in my heart of hearts, I really think it was a sister. And like you said, Tyra, Monica may be a lot of things, but I don't think she was a killer or Ozzy because they both kind of. I know we'll talk about it later, but there was that one scene where they both was questioning each other about who really killed Wendy. So. Again, this was a bad dream for her, for Ozzy, but again, I'm riding with the sister.
EJ?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're trying to fool us. I think they're trying to trick us. I think they want us to think that it's Monica. And I ain't gonna lie, I did for a minute, but I do not think that it's Monica anymore. And while I have my eyes on the sister, I still have kind of taken my eyes off of the sister a little bit. She's not off my list, but honestly, I know it's going to sound weird, but I really think that it's the daddy. Like, I think that it's this silent person that has not had a lot of screen time yet. And I'm going back towards the father at this point. He's just too quiet. Do you notice how, like, even when we found out
about where are they, EJ? What are you doing?
Exactly, because even when they found out about the thing in the trial, he didn't have enough emotion for me. It's like he knew. I don't know. I'm back on the daddy again, y'all.
I'm telling you, I've been on his neck since he had his arm gripped around Ozzy's neck. I don't. Those parents do not sit well with me. Like, where are you? You couldn't keep me from around my son, and they are just very, very absentee. Yeah. What are the parents doing? Huh? What are y'all doing? I just don't understand. For the investment that they have in his career, and even going back to that episode 1, Mom had all the smoke for Wendy. We need to get her away. She's a problem. And they were also in jeopardy of being replaced and being fired. All of these things were coming up, and we do get into some of this on the trial. Child, when we bring the sister on up there, her and her girl, get her off, get her down. Trying to kind of pull out some of the inconsistencies in her story, and of course we get more into her later and what may she be getting into that's nefarious, but it didn't do a whole lot for me. I really don't think it's the sister. I do not think it's her. She didn't do herself any favors on this stand. I thought it was very interesting that the former lawyer is like, yeah, he's been taken down. He's gonna take a little break. I was like, was it really that upsetting, sir, that you needed to take a step down and have the other man come in his position? But I thought that was funny. This was interesting, and of course, shall we gonna get to Daniel? But nothing on this stand outside of her, not being prepared to be up here, the questioning, it went a little left. But once again, I think it's just the show trying to throw us off our game from the people who are standing back there. Like, there's no way. We have not seen them as active as you would think they would have been, especially with how brazen Monica is. Like, y'all ain't seen nothing. Y'all ain't heard nothing. Y'all didn't think that anything. The sister, they have to know some of these things. I think they know more than what they're saying. And if it's not the both of them, then it's definitely daddy. If it ain't daddy, then it's mama. It's they ass in the back. Lawrence.
Okay, so we're talking about the sister that was on the stand, right? Okay, so the sister was mumbling, stumbling, and she called a mean humbling. Listen, Ortiz is his name. That brother right there, he came prepared. I gotta give him his props. He knows how to work the angle. He knows his stuff about the cross examination. He knows Jax very well. He came prepared. The sister, oh my gosh, she completely just failed it in my opinion on the stage. I mean on the stand, because even Ozzy, when it kept panning the camera back to Ozzy, Ozzy was there looking at sister. Then he closed his eyes like, oh my god, did she really just say that? Like I'm about to be shut down. The sister, oh my gosh, she blew it. She really blew it. I truly believe. But I know she said she was nervous. I get it, but I thought she was gonna be a little bit more prepared, trying to watch out for the brother because she talking about sending these text messages. Then I unsent them. Then that's when Ortiz caught her. She couldn't escape. I think she blew it.
Yeah, nothing about her is giving criminal mastermind. EJ.
Exactly. I don't think she could pull it off. I think they would have already found the DNA at this point. Like she's just not good at this at all. I think that for her to be the one to do it, she would have to be a little more sinister. Like I think that um I don't even think because even if it had happened on an accident, I don't think she could have pulled off the cleanup unless she did it and then had somebody else clean it all up for her. That would be the only way that I would see her pull it off. But I feel like she would be done broke down and told it by now. She loves to protect Ozzy so much that she wouldn't let him go down for it. She would be like, I did it. I did it. I did it. And to get Ozzy off, it just feels like she's been that person all this time. So I really don't think it's her. And listen, I'm still questioning these parents. And they just, like you said, they're non-existent and something isn't right. They're too quiet for all of this to be going on. I just can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust them.
Ashley.
The sister did it. I posit to you. No, I'm being so serious.
Yeah.
I posit to you that she did this on purpose. That this was an act on that seat. This heifer is diabolical and very, very smart. She's not wearing those glasses for no reason.
No.
I think this has been a lifelong. I think she secretly hates Ozzy. If I can be honest with you, I do. I think there's probably always been this rivalry within her mind. Her feeling like the left out child. You guys always dote on Ozzy. You love Ozzy. Nobody loves me. Marsha is what it's giving me. Immediately, I said, oh, this whole playing. She up here playing on these good people's stand. Something's amuck. So I'm saying, what if she killed Wendy to frame her brother so he would be locked up in perpetuity? They probably got enough money to last, investments, property, real estate. They got enough money for the family to last, and she'll come out looking like I'm the devoted sister. I'm the one that loves you, Ozzy. I'm the one that's been there. No, this hoe is diabolical. The parents, like I said, they're over there, but I don't think they did this anymore. It's her for me. It is her for me. If I'm the writers, this is the direction I'm going because nobody's gonna expect it. Nobody's expecting it.
I'll leave it in the chat down below. Who do you think the culprit is? I would love to see how Device Figure did get down there in the bottom because we are not agreeing up here on this panel. I'm looking at the parents. I've been looking at Daddy since the beginning. The parents are just too absentee for me. And I think the reason we're really looking at the sister because we feel like she was really trying to get her nails all down into. Baby, who gave Daniel this Asian mother haircut? I said, what is this? He got this Jet Li. Okay. It gave Asian soccer moms. Say, Daniel, who told you get a little piece of haircut? Y'all seen Daniel stretched out on the bed? Like, yeah, girl, waiting on the calls. Like, you got some gray sweatpants, Daniel? Who you waiting on? But it's Daniel's job in jeopardy. As quick as we can get off the stand, I was like, Daniel, I thought we was trying to keep this on the hush. I was going to keep it on the low. You there trying to console her? No, you did good. Everything was fine, and you did. And all of this madness. Meanwhile, the assistant is looking upside your damn head like, oh. This is the girl. You liar. I thought it was some no-name down in your apartment building. You laying low and spreading wide with her. She's definitely going to go and tell Jax. She is going to go and tell Jax, and I'm sure we're going to have to deal with that later. We will see what happens with his job and whether or not it's in jeopardy. I feel like it shouldn't be because for the most part, everything that could have went awry, it kind of corrected itself, and he hasn't withheld any information that we know of from Jax for her to look at him sideways beyond this just being an ineffective way. But don't send me down to the house, okay? Don't send me down to the house to be looking after nobody. Ain't nobody tell you to put me over there. I'm an impressionable, little cute Asian man, and I ain't had no ass in a long time. She put it in my face, Jax. What did you want me to do? We're going to go over there and see what happens once the assistant lets her know what's what. But beyond that, we have Daniel doing more due diligence. Girl, I was not blinded by your coochie from last Friday. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to do some surveillance. And I see you over there talking to a man. We have Daniel go and sit. I said, look at you, espionage. Come on, Daniel. It's like, yeah, right, yeah, I love you. Guess what you got going on next? What's your next project? It's like, man, I had somebody that was going to give me the lowdown on the lowdown and all the intel all about those Ozzy folks. But they're not doing it anymore. And at which we saw them embracing me. Could be that. Little tell-all book situation, trying to get a cute coin, sis. We do not know. But we will see what happens. Ashley, what do you think the meeting was about? And what was she talking to that man about? And if it is a tell-all book, girl, I mean, you trying to profit off of that? Because are you not taken care of? What, were you not getting everything that you needed already as a sister?
Tyra already explained it to you. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. She wants it all. She wants it more. She wants that Asian peen over there. Okay. And she wants to make her own cute coin. I don't think she gives a damn about this family. I really feel as though she feels like she's been overlooked. I really do. That's just the feeling I'm getting in her vibe in this situation. She's too happy to be the doting sister. Like, there's more to this story than that. There always is. So no, I don't trust her. Daniel's in danger to me, not just his job, which is clearly a conflict of interest. Part of what he's doing is curiosity, I think, for work. Part of this is jealousy, though, or like some sort of twisted, infatuation that he's now got with her. I feel like his life could be in danger because, like I said, she comes off a little bit dingy and flaky, but I don't think she's missing a beat. I really think there's going to be some kind of confrontation when he finds out who she really is. Daniel will be the first to find out if he makes it that far. I think even if Jax finds out and he does get fired or whatever, I think he'll then make it his personal mission to find out what's going on with the sister. At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that Daniel's not just crazy about the box and can't see reality. Because when he was on that bed stretched out, like he wanted to hit us with the flexing, Tyra, I was like, what are you doing with your little underarm hairs? I don't want to see that. I don't. I was like, why is he with his socks on, rubbing his feet together? Like, are you thinking about times gone by? And he's moving very sloppily. Why would you meet with her publicly in the courthouse to comfort her or whatever it is you're doing? I want to know what's going on in Daniel's mind, but I do fear he's in danger, both for losing his job and I think he's in physical danger from her.
I mean, but if it was that, I definitely don't think whoever did what to Wendy, I don't think it was just one person. That's why I'm leaning over there looking at the raggedy parents. If it is her, who do you think helped her out?
Anybody. She could have somebody on the payroll. We don't know how everybody she knows. We don't know everybody she knows. Tyra, she got a bunch of numbers in that phone. And she might be resourceful. We don't know. She might have a wheelbarrow out there.
Somebody close. If it's not Alex, click, click, boom, bang, bang over there on the phone, giving fine, round lips. And it was not giving that when we saw him in person. If it's not Alex, then it's Monica.
She's not eliminated. She's not eliminated from my list of suspects. But I think she's more resourceful than you're giving her credit for. I think she could pull off something all by herself because I really don't think she's as dumb as she appears. I think this is a persona and an act.
EJ?
Oh, I don't know. I think Daniel is messing up. I've been thinking that he's been messing up. I don't think he's going to lose his job, though. I think that Daniel's just so good at his job, but I don't think, but let's just say it like this. I don't think she's going to be upset with him, but I don't think she's going to let him go. So I think he's going to be safe there. But I do think that Daniel is going to be the one who breaks open the case, of course, like who it actually was, because I think he's a little more invested than what he should be. And I think he is looking at her like there's something that she's hiding. But I still just don't think that it's her when it's all said and done anymore, because she was on my list. But I just don't think that it's her anymore because they're just leaning so hard into certain people at this point. And I just feel like they're going to go opposite on us. But I think that Daniel, at the end of the day, he's just going to have to, I think this is still a conflict of interest. I still think that Daniel needs to let this go. This is not going to be a good thing. And the only way Jax lets him go is if it compromises the case, really compromises the case. And I don't see that yet, but it could.
Lawrence?
Yeah, I do not believe that Daniel was going. He's not going to get fired, but I do think he's going to have to make a choice. Do he choose these cheeks right here, Kristen, or does he continue to be loyal to Jax? And I do believe Jax is going to flip out when she found out that he's been working with the ops low key. But maybe it's part of the end game that he's doing, like his own private investigation. That's basically what he's doing behind the scenes. And when it comes to this author, his last name was Culpepper. I forgot his first name. It remains to be seen what he's about to do. We know there's a book that was trying to get put out, but then it kind of got sidelined. And then Daniel tried to be like a big fan. So they kind of teased it, but I know the next episode they'll go more into depth about it. But again, I don't see Daniel getting fired. I just think, whenever the dust settles, I think he's really going to be hurt when he sees the true identity of Kristen. Like I think bro is going to be playing Usher, Let It Burn.
Lord forbid, then you get a little slice of happiness doing his Jet Li cosplay. Thank you so much, Demarcus, for the super chat. I wonder if it's a statute of limitation with Monica and Ozzy to prevent her from going to jail for touching Ozzy. It wasn't nothing I wouldn't do to get her. I mean, at least a public beatdown was supposed to ensue behind Monica, and I didn't see a parent in sight. But I don't know. I just think she needs to be locked up. I really do. But somebody else gonna get locked up soon, cause Bill, Bill, why you lying, Bill? Why you lying? Then you're a bad liar. How you gonna be a bad liar, Bill? They all up in Bill's face talking about merging of firms and somebody acquiring the firm, and there's about to be just a whole takeover up and through here. And we don't need anybody around who isn't a team player or trustworthy like Jax. Has anything been going on? How's she been treating you? What's happening? And he gives his little spew about this, that, and the third, and Monica and him not being comfortable. And they're okay, well, cool. Yeah, we're gonna make it look like you didn't give us anything and just present it. It's like, hell no. Do you think I'm slow? How you been going back and talking to such and such? I don't think Jax believes Bill, solely at all, and she's going to be doing her homework on the back end to watch what she says and does moving forward, because Bill is just a terrible liar. I was like, Bill, you can't do any better than that. Aren't you a lawyer? It was just bad. But Ashley, I'm going to come to you. Do you feel like Bill has chosen a side as far as Jax is concerned? Because he did lie. And what you lying for, Craig? And he did give some intel when he didn't have to. He could have said everything was fine.
Bill has another motive. He's had it the whole time. He pretends he's told them something before. So this isn't his first time lying to Jax. I think this is just more pronounced because you would think they have built something in this time as they've been preparing and presenting this case. But Billable Bill is about Billable Bill, and I still don't think his true motives have fully been realized at this point. There's no way that you're in front of Jax after you've been selling this black wife, this black love marriage, that you're going after Sally in front of Jax. Something switched and something shifted because now you don't care that Jax knows you have a family and a wife at home, and you're so gung-ho about Sally Hemings over here. Something is amuck. Again, next episode, Bill's true intent has to be revealed because it's more than this. It's more than a partnership. I don't know if his method or his madness is to humble Jax, get her to a place. He's got a vendetta against her in some way, and I don't know what it is. Outside of that, now that his wife don't want him anymore, when them divorce papers come, we're really going to see his true colors. And at this point, Sally might end up being a victim. I mean, I'm just saying he's dangerous. He's going to hurt somebody or attempt to hurt somebody by the end of the season. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Billy, he's going to cancel Christmas on somebody, Tyra. It is what it is. Tommy's going to do it.
Lawrence.
Yeah, Bill is a straight up op. Bill cannot be trusted. Yes, he's already made his bed. He's going to try to make partner at all costs, even if that means stabbing Jax in the back at the end of the day. And one thing about the show right here, this cast, this crew, they love to pillow talk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he went back, like you said before, he'd been told the partner some information. Then he told him some more information about how they're going to put Monica on the stand, yada, yada, yada. Bill cannot be trusted. I hate this for Jax because she does realize she does have to be careful about what she says because he's working for the other team. I think she's starting to realize that he's working on the case with her, but in reality, she's really by herself at the end of the day because he has another obligation that he's trying to do. That's make partner at all costs, literally.
EJ.
Yeah, I agree. At first, I was on the side that Bill was maybe possibly going to, I thought he was going to try it, but then he was going to double back and realize the error of his ways and somehow, come through in the final hour. But at this point, I low key agree with Ashley on this. I think Bill might be a little sinister. I think something might be wrong with him. Like he's just flashing these little signs of
Crazy.
like cray for real. And I was like, okay, because I really wanted there to be something else between him and his wife. Like I wanted it to be something like real. I know it's wrong, but I wanted it to be traumatic. But like, like he was stalking her like for real. But when it didn't turn out to be that, I kind of lightened up on him. But then after this episode, I think Bill has lost his doggone mind. And I think Bill is about to use Sally, and Sally is about to be a pawn, and she don't even realize it or see it coming. And her dumb self is gonna allow herself to be used. And this might be the end of her and Jack's friendship at this point, because she about to do something stupid. Guaranteed.
We gonna get into what I was done with Bill in the episode. Cause excuse me? Oh, no, I know you're crazy. But we'll wait until we get there. Oh, does this count as Jack sitting on the couch?
No.
Does this count as Jack sitting on the couch? You guys who have been here, we have been vouching for Jack to make sure that she goes and gets the therapy that she needs, because we know that she has so much trauma, deaths, and experiences, and just loss, even down to this marriage that she's been through that she's not really dealing with, all the way down to Eddie, that we have just been suppressing, and everything's okay, and I'm going to smoke a joint and put on my lingerie and have some sex, and we don't even got to talk about it because everything's fine. And it's really, really not. But we have her this episode getting some couples therapy in over here with Lewis. And, Ashley said it does not count. She said no. I mean, I'm glad that they're speaking to someone, but as far as what they really talk about here and who Jax is, she's not going to say anything about what's really going on with her in front of Lewis. So it's kind of redundant to be here. Though this may be helping their relationship, is it really, really helping Jax in the long run? But we do find out some more information, which we'll get into. Lewis just acting like he's all of 7 years old and his parents getting a divorce. Boy, all of that going on. But yeah, his family background is completely different from Jackson. The Susie homemaker couple, and that's them. Damn, they're perfect, but nobody's absolutely perfect. Ashley, I'm gonna come to you anyway. Does this count at all?
No, it does not. Jax needs to be on that lady couch alone and open to the process. Even in these therapy sessions that we've seen, even when she was having solo therapy in season 2, Jax was never yielding to the process fully of therapy, in my opinion. And I think this is cute for the couples or whatever, but it's still not getting to the core issues that I think Jax need to deal with: abandonment, rejection, the faulty father situation. And she's going to need it even more when the relationship crumbles or the crackhead daddy dies. And I just feel like she's setting herself up for failure by not doing that. She need to be on that lady couch alone. Couples therapy does not count as your own individual therapy. It doesn't. It's not there for that. This is for you two together, at singing together as a choir. This is not for you to deal with your personal issues alone. And I think she needs that focus time. I really do. And I'm not a medical practitioner, okay? But that's just what I see from the outside looking in.
EJ, does this count towards Jack's therapy?
Girl, no. I mean, couples therapy and therapy for yourself is two totally different things. I truly believe that Jax is never going to open up about everything that she needs to open up about. It's already hard for her to open up about things, but let alone open up about those things in front of Lewis. There's just no way this is going to happen. She needs a one-on-one session. This is great for them. They need to be in couples therapy. 100%. But she also needs to be in her own separate therapy, as does he. They all do. They all got communication problems. All of them got problems and boundaries problems too. It's a lot of things we can point out. They all got some issues, and I think they all could use a little separate therapy one-on-one. Daddy needs to go to therapy too with his trifling self.
That's sad because we don't even know what he got up his sleeve yet. Lawrence, not at all towards Jack's therapy.
Absolutely not. I agree with what the other two ladies said. Basically, Lewis and Jax need to go to their own separate therapy sessions at the end of the day, because both of these people are here. This couple are here they both have these walls, right? And neither one of them, I truly believe, they don't want that vulnerability to be shown. They do not want to let those walls down in front of each other. So until they do that, I think they're going to continue to have these, marriage cycles where it's good one day, then it's bad the next day. Yeah, they both need therapy, but separate therapy will work out for them.
Because I feel like they be playing on this man top. It be all rainbows and sunshine and kikis in here. Like they don't really have intense things going on individually. Thank you so much to Marcus for the super chat. Jack's getting dismissed from the Ozzy case would definitely help Bill make partner with Steve and Vincent. It would. I don't know if that's just his motive. I don't know if his partner and something else, because later in the episode it was given something else. Lewis, please. Lewis is so heartbroken this episode. Like, child, Lewis, like, oh no, mom and dad, are you divorcing? Like, yeah, I am just so sick of Eddie trying to fill the air in the room. Like, Eddie, shut up. Yeah, it's always the ex addict trying to be seen and heard. Like we know your business. We know you was out there popping on the corner for rocks or whatever you were doing, Eddie. Then you don't have to be picking in the program, baby. Sit back and eat your food. He wants to jump the gun before anybody can say anything because, like most, except for Jax, because Jax is just happy to have her dad. Jax is just happy to have her dad. Everything's looking good in AA meetings, and oh my God, it's finally that we shouldn't really be worried. We should let our guards down and just trust the process. The grandparents like, he met the kids already. He met the grandbabies. He been down to the house. Oh, okay, I mean, all right. And of course, we put a band-aid on it with old concerts and Earth, Wind, and Fire and Delphonics, and we're getting into the musicianship of it all. But in the midst of that, Mama and Daddy said, yeah, we've been apart for a long time. we've been apart for a long time. We're living in separate homes down the street from each other. Oh my God, no! But Mom, Dad, oh my God, Lewis, please! It's like you don't get to judge us. We don't like y'all didn't talk to me about this first. Y'all didn't ask me. Could y'all separate? What is this? We're supposed to be perfect. No, Lewis, nobody's family is perfect. Not even your parents, and they are doing what works for them. I'm hoping down deep in their loins that this is some inspiration for those two for whenever the happening happens with their marriage. Go, live a couple of blocks down for each other. If it worked for your parents, it could work for you too. Because the way they're supposed to have an open marriage, and we're supposed to be living our best life over there with Morris Chestnut, and they keep playing in our face every season. But that's fine. It's absolutely fine. EJ.
Girl, you so funny. Yeah, I was like, come on, Lewis, now, like you're tripping for real. But I do think that this does play into, like, this gives us a little more insight into Lewis, though, and as to how he thinks and as to how he sees things, and maybe even because I don't know, because I see it a couple of different ways. Because for one thing, Lewis is kind of contradictive. Like, you're saying like, oh, my parents are supposed to be perfect, but you're not even perfect. I mean, I don't know. Lewis was just doing too much. I think that Lewis thinks that this could exist because he thinks that it existed with his parents. And I think this is going to even be a little bit more traumatic for him than what we think, because I think this is going to really weigh on him a little bit more. Like right now, it doesn't feel like it, but I think that it's really, really going to start to really play with his psyche a little bit later, just because of the fact that they haven't been apart. They've been apart all this time. I just hope that his brother got through to him, but I don't know. Just knowing Lewis, I feel like Lewis is just not going to really, I don't know. He just don't cope well to me with certain things.
The way Lewis jumped on their bed like he was all of 7, I don't think we got all the way through. I think Lewis is about to internalize this, and well, if my parents didn't make it, then what does that mean for us? We're more broken than they ever were. He's Naima at this point. He's insane. Mm-hmm. And Lawrence.
Well, Tyra, you know how we say in this generation, relationship goals. I think in Lewis' eyes, his parents were relationship goals, but he got a tough reality check, unfortunately. I'm like, Lewis, first of all, brother, you didn't call your parents over the years to see how they was doing? Like, how's it, like, to the average person, they call their parents maybe once or twice a week. I'm like, what is that? Then I think Jack's like, well, dad wasn't at the wedding, so it's so conflicted to me. And Lewis, in his mind, he's thinking that the parents are the Huxtables, but his brother even clocked his T, called him out, said, yo, and you have a baby on the side. You know what I'm saying? So again, I was over Lewis this episode. The way he kept looking at Eddie, he kept when I was reading his mind as Eddie was talking, I felt like Lewis kept saying this N word the entire time. When Eddie was talking about Delphonics and music, and obviously my grandkids, Jackson trying to calm him down, like it's cool, baby. Again, this is going to be bad for Lewis. I don't know how he can come back from this because I think he kind of put his parents a little bit on a pedestal, but we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. The way he came at Eddie, though Eddie is definitely in the wrong, Lewis thinks
Yeah.
he's better and he's a better father. And you weren't here. At least I was here. But what incapacity have you been here, Lewis? You haven't been perfect to give any judgment to anybody else. Ashley?
All this showed me was that Folak King is a terrible husband, a terrible son, and a terrible brother. And a terrible father, too. Let me add that on top of it. He's just all around a trash box individual. Like Lauren said, the fact that you don't know that your parents have been living in two separate houses for 100 years, the fact that you're so selfish that your brother Terrence, who you talk to on a regular basis, said, yeah, you always be going through something, man. I couldn't, I didn't think I could tell you that. It tells me exactly the type of person that he is. And also the fact that you had an example of what you thought was the perfect nuclear family, the perfect, traditional, husband and wife situation, and you still managed to be trash in this. Like it just tells me that he's learned nothing over his 48 years on this earth or however long he's been. And he's such a weakling. He's such a simp to me. Like I just everything that he does, every attempt that he makes in trying to be the man is brutally rebuffed, and he falls flat on his face every single time. And then you get played like a hoe at work, at home, by the crackhead father-in-law, by everybody in your world, by your mama. Your mama had to check you, hoe, at this table, son. Relax. We've been doing this. I just this aggravated me so bad. It was so bad. Eddie Kane Jr. didn't even bother me too much.
Lewis and Folax get played like a what again? Like a what?
Like a what?
You say he get played like a what every time?
I don't remember. What
You
did I
said
say?
a hoe.
Oh, a hoe. Yeah.
Why you gotta be a hoe?
Girl, because that's truth don't say all the time. I don't know. He does. He gets hold at every point. He still ain't got it back in blood for that. Eddie Kane Jr. didn't even bother me that much this episode. I was like, yeah, go on and talk about OJ's and P-Funk and all that. Yeah, you
Eddie bothers me because he uses his past, like most, when you've been through stuff and you've been the cause of so much trauma to others, you're going through the good old days and the times to try to perpetuate some type of lifestyle, and it's just not that. You have been an absentee drug father, and that's fine. If you want to get over that and move forward, that's cool. But he uses these situations and he tries to fill up the room to just get into some avoidance, because I don't want anyone to even question my motives or why I'm here, or what's really going on. Are you going to be okay? Are you here for good? They never met you.
Tyra, crackhead's gonna crackhead. Crackhead gonna crackhead. I told in any situation, in every place.
I have never seen you, Eddie, and it's like, oh well, I don't want anybody to question me. Yeah, I'm not grandpa. Yeah, we get to question that because you have been we ain't never seen you, man. And Lewis and Jack's been together for how long? We get to say something.
Right.
No, I don't want nobody to say nothing to me. Ciao. Lewis is on the case. Lewis PI is on the case and keeping secrets. I was like, Lewis, why? This is a one-way ticket over there in Jacksville to have more contention in your marriage because you're keeping secrets. We have Jax have a moment, earlier in the episode. She's like, I went on down to the meeting. I got a picture with his sponsor. He's doing well. I'm just really happy for this. Lewis, it's a good thing. Lewis is cooking dinner, like always. It's like, oh my God, babe, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, who him? This is the sponsor. And we cut to a whole scene of this sponsor looking real shifty, getting out. He got a blicky, shaking hands with Eddie. What is going on here, Eddie? What are you doing? We get towards the end, and of course, we'll get into what actually happened in the end. But Lewis says outright that he knows what's going on. I know what you're hiding. I know what you're doing, but you haven't said anything to Jack. So why are you keeping a secret, man? And I know we're going to go on over there. Well, I didn't want to ruin anything. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. You were so excited. After all we've been through, the last thing you should be doing is keeping another secret away from your wife, even if it's about Eddie. He just wants to kind of avoid it, and you stay away and don't come back, and I'm just going to remove you, and I don't have to say anything. We're too knee deep in it. He's met everybody. He's at damn near every family gathering. Let's just rip that Band-Aid off. I don't know what all is going on here, but we do have the man say, hey, the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be. Have you told her yet? Told her about what? I know we headed into episode 7 and we ain't seen no Lori Harvey.
Mm.
Lawrence, what do you think Lewis saw, and what the hell is Eddie hiding?
I am leaning on the fact that the Lori Harvey character is a daughter of Eddie. That is my thoughts about that. Of course he does end up telling the truth. He of course Eddie mentions that Mama Lou has cancer, but that's not all. You know what I'm saying? That's not all. And of course Lewis calls Daniel like, yo, you can cancel it. I'm just gonna let Jax do her thing. But like you said, Tyra, it's time to rip the Band-Aid off. If you know something's going on with Eddie or you suspect something, I think as a man, not as a housewife, as I referred to him on the last episode, because I say he's always cooking dinner first like a housewife. Anyway, as I was saying, I think as a man, he needs to come to Jax and tell the truth. If something's going on with Eddie, let her know. Y'all are in a partnership together. It's time to rip that Band-Aid off, as you mentioned before. But again, Eddie's still hiding some type of secret, and I need Lewis to continue to get Eddie to come on out and to tell the truth to Jax. Because the cancer thing is not all. I really do believe that Lori Harvey character is a daughter or something like that to Eddie, but we will see.
I mean, I think we all thought initially that she was a daughter as well, and we've been waiting on that. But this level of secrecy, because while I was absentee, I had another child with someone else, it feels like it wouldn't be that big of a Band-Aid to rip off. Like, we didn't expect you to not be out here slinging that crack peen around the valley and giving people babies. We're not surprised at that. Music. Then you're a musician, you're always on the road. Why you on the road? He's on the road having sex with people. We don't know. I don't think that. I think it's something else, as well as Lori Harvey. I think she's going to come and unveil, like, I'm the daughter, but also, did you know he X, Y, and Z, whatever that is. Ashley.
He probably got cirrhosis. And what if Lori Harvey is somebody he smashed and got pregnant and she's pregnant?
Girl. Oh, wow.
I'm just saying, what if? I think the easy thing to do would be to make her the daughter. But why hide it? You know what I mean? Like you said, okay, he's been slinging ding-a-ling for 100 years. He's 85 years old. What do you think he's done out there? That's what musicians do. So to me, that wouldn't be so, peculiar or so deep, that I would need to, Jax is going to be so upset. Man, when you going to tell her? Or he's bumping peen tips with the sponsor.
Actually.
Would the revelation of your father being a homosexual?
Oh, wow.
After all these years be shocking? I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. But what I really want to talk about is the faux lock king in this big ass iPhone out his window, like nobody can see him. I said, don't you work in tech? Sir, you're like a coder. You don't have access to a mini cam. I know Daniel gave you the Amazon link to get the, spy, I'm an international super spy. Like, he's so bad at this. It's a wonder he didn't know he had a tail, because Faux Lock King is a disaster out here in these streets. And then again, he's so soft. Yeah, okay, Lou got cancer and what? But I'm going to tell Jax this, blah, blah, blah. Spit it out, son. Do something right, Faux Lock King, before the end of the season. Pisses me off. But yeah, I'm hoping it's not traditional. I hope Lori's not the daughter. I hope she is a lover that's pregnant with his brand new child, and he's going to be a full father to that baby.
Oh, Lord. That would be so diabolical, but that would be something to hide. EJ?
I absolutely hope that is not what it is. But I am still going to go with the fact that she's going to be a daughter. And yeah, I'm like, why are we holding out for so long? We almost at the end of it now. Where Lori Harvey at? But I do think it's going to be that. And the only thing that I can see that would make Jax feel some type of way, because we know that she has these trauma childhood things and daddy issues. She's got a lot of issues, right? The only thing that could really, in my opinion, I think, is if he actually raised this daughter and was in her life this entire time. That would be the only thing that would trigger her, I think. But I mean, that's so cliche. I mean, we've seen that story before, but I mean, it could happen. I mean, that could be a trigger for Jax. However, I'm gonna give Ashley calling Folot King. I'm gonna give him a little grace today, because I don't think he got a chance to say what he was going to say, because Daddy hit him with the other thing before he could say whatever it was that he really wanted to say, which changed the whole trajectory of the conversation, because now Jax's mom has this, that's bigger. And so I think that he just chose in that moment not to say anything, but I do hope that whatever it is, he says it next. Let's take this in, and then we go right to whatever the next thing is, because I need to know what it is. We ain't got time. We episode 6.
You just know their marriage is always so shaky. There isn't a whole lot of room for error. So if you know something, please tell me. Please tell me now before she finds out and it's, oh, you knew and you didn't tell me, Lewis. Who is this for? Who was this for? Now, I gave y'all a whole bunch of grace that first rodeo where we got full-on acknowledgement of who Monica was and the eroticism of the whole situation and the come hither and her asserting her dominance. And she's been there and been this predator this entire time in this young man's life. We smoked a little weed, hit the bong, and we left. She took off her little shirt and walked off. This was a bit much. I did not like this. I did not like this, especially since we absolutely didn't need it. This was so erotic. Yeah, I understand what it's here for, because we do have Ozzy acting away as he's been, he's on house arrest and all these other things, and it's his birthday and the fellas are coming through and we're trying to get under Monica's skin, and we got to get some strippers and the whole nine here, and we proceed to have sex with the stripper, and she's feeling on the outs because she's been resigned into who she's actually supposed to be, the agent and the manager. Girl, do your work, get us some whatever in here. I have to come back in and remind you who I am and how much control I have over you, and we have her pleasuring herself. Okay, I did not like this for who she's supposed to be and what she's supposed to represent. I didn't think we needed this scene. I didn't think we needed this. For all of the smeck scenes that we get here, especially, with Lewis and Jet, like, that's supposed to be that. This is supposed to be resigned to something else and not something I want to see as erotic and the whole thing. Like, why is she getting put off to us as so sexy? We understand that this is how he would see her, and oh my God, like, yes, he's loving this, and I can't even have my moment with this stripper when it comes to her, and it's supposed to assert that control that she has, which is why she thought she could roll on down there in the courtroom and be all smooth and it was going to be okay, because he was going to protect me. Who else is going to do you like I do you? We as an audience didn't need this. I didn't like it. Delete it. Get it on my face. Lawrence, I'm going to come to you first. How did you feel about this scene, and did you feel like it was necessary?
Yeah, so the homies came through. Wow, but no, we did not need this scene. We did not need this scene. Like you said earlier, we saw how he would see her in the last episode. Okay, cool, but we did not need to see her and him getting it on with a stripper. Then she's touching herself. This was, when I think about it, this is absolutely insane. That you're in the corner watching him getting it on with another lady while touching yourself. Like, what are we doing here? This is so sick in the head. At the end of the day, Monica, jail. Like, I have no other thoughts about this, but it was crazy. When you think about it, this is the part that killed me. When he told her basically, go fetch and go get me some entertainment, go get me some hoes, she went and did it. They both are sick and twisted in the head. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
And don't get me wrong, this is this is Mercedes. What's her name? Brandy Evans, very beautiful woman, and we know what she provides, and we know what we met her at. But this is not the time to kind of fixate on her sexually, what she's supposed to represent, because she is a massive predator.
Right.
Actually,
I told y'all that the first time. I said, oh, they're trying to make this sexy. They're trying to titillate the audience. I was like, oh, y'all are trying to turn people on again. And when he yeeted that hole across the bed, I said, it's too much. Y'all do too much. This is a predator at the end of the day. And I think sexualizing it and making it like titillating and wanting to turn the audience on, they did it before, but this was like 10 times worse to me. And it's like, why are y'all doing that? I think this is a choice that didn't need to be made. We didn't need this. Innuendo was enough. Like, to see her standing there, just getting and him getting off on it, and it was just way, way, way too much. The fact that y'all poured all of that heat and steam into this scene, but you have Jax and Follock King slow humping in the darkness, looking raggedy. What are you trying to say here? Like, it was really bizarre to me. You know, their sex scenes give like dry cardboard. It gives nothing over there with Jax and Follock King. And then you get over here and he's banging the walls out. And she's like, it was just too much. Absolutely hated it. I don't do that anymore. Let this be done. Let this be the last time. And it was for the freak hoes. It was for that.
I don't know. I'm just saying, him in there with the stripper and her walking by and him getting impotent or going limp would have had the same effect. And him yeeting the stripper. We didn't need her in the pleasure of it
He
all.
threw her hard too. He threw her hard.
EJ, what about you? Did you mind the scene?
I mean, I thought it was cringe because we know exactly what it is, but I think it goes to show this. I still believe that they're trying to show what he is seeing. Like, it's all from his eyes. This is all about these two. She thinks that it's okay. She really doesn't see the wrong in what she's doing. She has romanticized this relationship already. She really thinks that she doesn't see anything wrong with what she's doing. Like, we learned that somewhere down the line. Like, she really thinks that she's in a real relationship with him and this is a real love and this is a real thing. And I think they're trying to show us that from their side of it. I mean, nothing about it like did anything for me per se, but I did get where they were coming from. I did get where they were going with the scene. I got where they were and I think it hit the mark. Like, it literally hit the mark of him sitting up there being controlled by her just over there. And then all of a sudden where he was at and what he was doing didn't matter anymore because she's right here. She's always there, always in control of everything. I think it was just another moment that we saw that Ozzy really is truly traumatized all the way down to even when it comes to these personal, intimate moments that he's supposed to be having with somebody else. I mean, I don't want to call it intimate. It was a stripper, but then you know what I mean? Like, it was still a moment that was supposed to be for him, but she still somehow is able to take control of the situation. So that's how I saw it.
Thank you so much, Midnight Marauder, for the super sticker. Thanks for being you. You are definitely appreciated. Thank you for supporting. I don't want no more of them scenes, EJ. At this point, I don't think we need any more in the story period. There's no reason, but yeah, it went on a little too long for me. And insinuation was more than enough, y'all. I was fine. If she wasn't a predator, we could have been real hot in the paint, Mercedes, but you are, so we're not. But y'all brazen. You're a brazen hussy with audacity. Because, girl, what? What? How did you think this was gonna go? This is crazy. Ozzy has his dilemma here, which also always has me look at him sideways because Jax is handling this case as if it's her, and she sees Ozzy with these rose-colored glasses. She's like, "Oh, we have to protect him. There's nobody protecting him. He's a young, scared little boy." And I don't know. I just felt like they were putting a whole lot on it this episode. But she's feeling like, with the lack of an alibi and what's going on, we need to get eyes on someone else. And those eyes could be on Monica if you let everybody know. Once again, Ozzy always is considering his parents first. And I don't want this. It's one thing for the world, but my parents and everybody's going to have a face to put to the name. It's just a bit too much. Just like, you know what? Yeah, we going to bring her on up on the stand. But she thinking she coming to be a regular everyday witness. It's a girl. Stupid, really? You really put yourself out here like this? Like, it is okay. But she got out here and got her whole ass handed to her by Jax, and it was very entertaining to see because she's like, I'm gonna go in here, have my Sunday's best church bun, Bible study bun, my little button up all the way to the neck. You see how saved and sanctified I am? I'm here on my good duty because I've been here. And I'm like, no, you're a predator, and now everybody knows it. And of course, we have her called out. Child, the way she was all expressing herself, I was like, oh my gosh. And it was the gasp at like 13, and the parents, oh God. And then that was it. I'm like, who's mama? Who's daddy? I swear I would have been on her. This isn't some stranger. This isn't some pastor. She's been here like damn near since the beginning. You've entrusted her. And that's all the reaction that is solicited out of you. And it's more so Jackson. Oh, I got you, Ozzy. We're going to be okay. And you're doing the right thing. As his heifer's chasing him all the way out to the parking lot. I was like, oh my God, put some cuffs on her. We can't put no cuffs on her. We can't penalize her, arrest her for any, just something like, oh my gosh. But she feels absolutely justified. And we see how deep her delusion goes and what she's done to Ozzy. And there is a sense of him taking his power back in this scene. But I just don't know what to think about it because Jax, I don't know which way this case is going to go because she's so entangled. And that has been an issue. And it is an issue with her being too close and too connected to these cases. Though it helps her win in the long run, I don't know if this per se is going to be one where it's just an absolute win. And if it is, she's probably going to suffer in the end because she's equating Ozzy to herself. And who's to say who exactly Ozzy is in this moment and everything that's going on here? Every episode, something else unfolds. But I thought Monica was trash with how this unfolded and the unmitigated gall she had to roll up here and think that this was going to be anything more than exactly what it was. Ashley?
She's a monster and a sicko who's been getting away with it for 15 plus years or however old Ozzy is since he's been 13. She thinks she's untouchable. And I think they were really trying to let the audience see and know how perverse and demented, SA predators are in this moment because she really believed she was innocent. Like she really believed in her heart of hearts that no, he was my everything and I gave him everything he needed. He was a superstar and I was just that person. The level of sickness and delusion. And shout out to Brandy Evans. She did a great job portraying Monica. But yeah, I was ready for the paddy wagon to be out there. I don't think, is there a statute of limitations on SA? I didn't know there was. If there is, I don't know. But she needs to be up under the jail. Jax, and like I said, the fact that you didn't think, here's my only thing. Because when they go toe to toe a couple of episodes ago, it was giving, I'm very formidable, Jackson. You don't want to come against me. Like, you put me on that stand and I'm going to do whatever. So part of me almost thought, oh, she's going to come back with something up here. She's going to cast the blame. She's going to do X, Y, or Z. But no, she was wonderstruck looking at her Ozzy over there like, oh, I can't believe you would do this to me. You're going to let them do this to me. And how fast she ran in that parking lot as he was leaving. I said, Jax, you better get your kickboxing classes. I was like, oh, you're going to have to fight her out here. That's the only thing I could think of when she runs up on somebody like that. As far as Jax and being too close to Ozzy, again, this is about Jax. This isn't about Ozzy. To me, this is about, her lost victimhood, inflicting whatever on the predator. So again, I think, of course, it would hurt her because I do think Ozzy is a manifestation in her mind of herself, this victim finally getting his power. But Monica's going to be a danger. If they don't handle Monica, I think Jax is going to have to watch her back. I think Ozzy is. I don't think this is the last we've seen of her. And that's what I left this as. Because what did she say as she was leaving? You're going to regret this for the rest of your life, Ozzy. I'm going to make you pay or something, she said, as she was leaving that parking lot. And I think that's a setup for future episodes. This isn't over. I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to take Ozzy out. But yeah, this was beautifully acted, but very, very deeply disturbing. Monica is definitely a monster. If you didn't think it before, you know it now. The hoe is crazy, and she's a monster.
Lawrence, he was a star. He's a superstar.
That's literally what I was getting ready to lead off with in my mind. You read it. So we're saying that because he was a star, that we're just going to just roll the dice and we're still going to, molest him as a child. What are we talking about here, Monica? You are sick. You are twisted. You are demented in the head. Like, I couldn't believe what we were witnessing on this stand right here. But at the same time, shout out to Jax because every time I think she doesn't have a lot of cards left in the deck, she did pull out that one last big joker. And the joke is actually on Monica at the end of the day. But she thought that, her and Jax, we shook hands and we agreed. And we do have one common cause. And yeah, Jax is like, I do love this right here when the stakes are high. But Jax played her like a fiddle. And for Monica, what more can we say besides it's time to go to jail? You mean to tell me that there was no other men out here you found attractive? You mean to tell me you was that deeply in love with a 13-year-old boy? There's plenty of men out here. Like, are you freaking kidding me right now? That is so strange to me. I would never understand that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But she claims that she's gonna get payback for Jax, but time will tell. And we will see. I don't. Jax may be in danger and Ozzy, but it's a crazy situation, man. It's a crazy situation. Like Monica, I think you're done out here.
EJ, he pursued me.
I don't really know how a 13-year-old pursues you exactly. I mean, most 13-year-olds I know are typically, wanting to play the game and do all these other things. So I don't know about that. But I think this was all delusional and all in her head. But I think they showed a night and day. We went from Monica over here at this place, right? And doing this sensational thing, trying to get this rouse out of him, right? And showing all the control she had. And then you go over here to the courtroom, bun back. She's all the way buttoned up. She doesn't look sexual at all, right? Looks like she literally looks like she just came from church. And she walks in there so confident. She made her put her guard down. See, I think that at first, if she had known that she was going in there to defend herself, she would have came with something else. And she might have been a little formidable. But she thought that this was not that. She literally believed Jax. I mean, because Jax is a lawyer. They lie well, so she believed what she said. So she came in there with this facade on, okay, I'm going to go in here. And it's like she was literally talking to him, not testifying for the jury. She was talking to him almost. And in her mind, she had created this whole big love story and it was grandiose and everything. And the crazy part that stuck out to me about all of this was when she says that he's a better man than any man or something like that. This Joker is a little asshole. What do you mean? Like, he's a jerk. Like, let's just be real. Ozzy has these moments where you just like, dang, like you want to like him, but then you're like, dang, he can be a little jerk sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I just don't see this thing that she sees about Ozzy, right? Because I'm pretty sure he does nothing but tell her what to do. He probably does the absolute most when it comes to her. And then when, of course, when they have these other moments, it's different. So I just think that she's made all of this stuff up in her mind. And of course, she has an ace in the hole. She knows where all the bodies are buried. She knows where most of this stuff is buried. And she's going to use this stuff. She has no reason to protect him anymore. Now she's going to turn into the angry person. And Jax is going to be somebody that she's going to be. She going to have her sights on Jax. But what she's about to bring up, I don't know. Like, I mean, the sweatshirt. Who knows?
She's been here this entire time. She knows everything, but it's just depending upon how much Ozzy took place and whatever, and what she's willing to cover up and hide for him, since this was her love of her life. Girl, go away from me. Thank you so much, DeMarcus, for the super chat. Mama Rosie will bring smoke, but Mama Rosie ain't bringing smoke. Thank you, DeMarcus, for the super chat. Thank you so much. When you get to it, I just can't with Billable Bill. I don't care how much Slick Rick he knows. Serial killer vibes all day.
All day.
That child. I've been told y'all Bill was the T1000. They was the one playing in our face. We're gonna see how far it goes, but let's just go and get to the getting, because I don't know what Sally from the Valley thought she was getting into, and I don't think she knows either, because girl, Sally from the Valley. All right, now Billable Bill, you just have to be here, Bill. We already saw that he's not above sitting and watching and stalking his wife, and you're just sitting there waiting. It was like, okay, well, you know what? They're in a topsy-turvy, midway, whatever relationship, damn near divorced. We're getting there. We have them have their sit down and dinner, and you bought the flowers, the hydrangeas, the peonies, whatever you bought. I don't know. Whichever ones he bought. And he's just thinking, all right, we're good to go. I'm about to make partner, get everything I ever wanted. Let me act like, the husband that I feel like I can be. Wifey said it's too late. We're not going back down those roads. It could be this right now and be something totally different tomorrow. I'm trying to get this divorce. I don't want to be with you, Bill. And you can't come in the house and get none of this coochie. Bill wasn't feeling that. Even if he wasn't, Bill, how long haven't you been feeling that? Because it's been 5 minutes. Bill, it's been 5 minutes since that lady told you get off my porch. And somehow you made your way down here in the valley and you just happened to see Jax and Sally. Where were you, Bill? Are you stalking Jax? Where you at? Where were you at? I just don't buy it. Like, oh God, he's coming over here. What is he doing here? It's just too much of a coincidence to me. And then you're instantly like, you don't care. I guess you just open all black. If you're black and you're stacked, Bill wants some of that. He just trying to see what to do. He just trying to go over there. You don't know nothing about Sally. You don't know this. Like, oh, okay. I just love me some black women. Hey, Sally from the valley. Mm-hmm. Sally just couldn't take no for an answer. You know, my girl's going through some stuff. She's also in the midst of a soon to be divorce, but neither one of you are actually divorced. It's just messy. Leave her alone, Bill. He goes on his way. Sally's hot ass gets Bill's numbers out of the phone. Couldn't wait to text. I was like, all right, they're gonna be, texting, maybe linking up on the low. We'll see where that takes us in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. No, we can't get off of this episode before we see some balls, period. Sally, you couldn't wait. You couldn't wait, Sally, for him to hit you, girl. Like, dang. Sally, they act like they just can't wait. They're just hot in the paint to be outside and know each other. We don't know anything about one another. And like I said last episode, the way that they are making sure to intertwine the husband and the divorce as far as Sally is concerned, and things that I don't feel like we will be concerned with in this new season, unless Sally about to be the new case. Sally, really? You and Bill will be about to be the new case rolling over into the 4th season. Say it ain't so. Jax, get you some new friends because these hoes is hard-headed. Lawrence.
Sally, do us all a favor, please. Go get some batteries and get you a rose. You just said you was getting piped by Chris, right? Now we know that y'all separated. You mean to tell me you was only separated, I guess, maybe by a week or so, that you wanted that bad that you cannot control yourself? My sister in Christ, please go heal. Please go heal, Sally. And Bill, what are you doing? I thought you was still trying to get Kendra. I know she said a divorce, but you're not gonna fight for that. Sally, you have to realize, Sally got to know this right here, that Bill is the enemy. Like, Sally, we cannot be this desperate, sister. Ain't no way. You out here getting freaky with Bill. Freaky frogs, man. Ain't no way. I'm done. I'm done with Sally. Like, I'm done.
Instant freaky frog. All it said was lottie dottie. We likes to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't hurt nobody. What the hell? That's all it took. And when we rock up on the mic, we rock the mic, right? That's all it took for him to get them draws, Sally. All right, Sally. EJ.
Girl, Sally doing too darn much, first and foremost. The first problem is that Jax told you that he was married. Jax doesn't know that he and his wife are not together. She doesn't know that they are having issues and that they not anything yet. That hasn't even come up for that side, unless I missed it. But from my understanding, she thinks that they are just married and together. So if she tells you that, the first thing you do is, like, what does that say about you, just in general, like just as a person? Like, it would be different if you knew that he and his wife were separated or whatever. I might give you a little bit of grace, because I say married is still married, but I might give you a little bit more grace. But the fact that you knew that he was just married and you don't know what the situation is, and you was ready to jump his bones, and you shouldn't have even took his phone number. Like, it shouldn't have never got that far, because you shouldn't have went in Jax's phone and took this man's phone number. And this is somebody that she works with. This is going to get really messy. And and the other part about it is that there's always going to be this pillow talk. People always want to sit there and pillow talk. You're going to say something that you're not supposed to say. You don't know what his intentions are for Jax. You should know that she has a hard time with the people at her job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you know that, then why would you even want to put yourself in a situation to be talking to anybody that's at her job? You just don't know. Like, Sally is for the streets, y'all. And I just never thought that Sally was a great friend. I've never thought she was a good friend from the Chanel case. Like, I don't like her.
Had kind of this competition things going on with Jax. Like, it's just a weird dynamic in their friendship. And this is definitely not going to help. This is a brazen heifer. Ashley?
you know, I, you know, it, how can I put this? And EJ, I absolutely agree. You knew this was a married man. You know that you're still legally married. And the fact that you let this man plow and colonize you with that Aryan back tattoo that he had is diabolical work. All I could see was Aryan Brotherhood. That's all I could see. When he was doing his slow humps in the darkness, all I could see was Aryan Brotherhood back there. And I said, Sally, you ought to be shamed. You ought to be shamed. Your husband just got out of it. And now you're letting him pillage your village? I did not like it. It wasn't sexy. It wasn't tasteful. It didn't give steam heat. But what it did is going to amount to transference, right? Because Kendra saying her goodbye, he needs a new object of obsession, and Sally's going to be it. Once he decimates Kendra and her life and whatever, Sally is going to be the prey. I guarantee it. And she begged for it. She wanted to be colonized, and she went over there and she got it and was screaming her head off. Did you hear her? Like, I was like, Sally, is he doing it like that? Like,
Say my name. Call my name. Say my name.
Tommy's doing it like I was so disgusted. But on the other side of this, Jax, I fear you've done worse, my sister. I fear you've done worse. I fear you've busted it down in your family home with a man while your husband watched on the cameras and you watched him watching you. So I feel like a lot of times I feel like, Jax, do you really have a place to say anything to anybody about their misdeeds? This is not a friendship in my book. It never has been. When this lady called her out and said F you at that dinner a couple of episodes ago, I said, oh, y'all not friends at all. This is just a very nice, nasty association. I guess because Sally's a doctor and Jax is a lawyer, it just makes sense on paper. They've known each other for a while, but this does not give sisterhood. This does not give, I won't tell your secrets. This gives diabolical. It gives the colonizer is absolutely going to use Sally to get information on Jax. So, you know, I'm just going to set that right there. This will play into the long game, but it was so abrupt and so fast, and there was no steam heat. I need him to do better with this love making over here.
Laid back in some scattered motel smoking a cigarette. Yeah, and she got the nerve to talk about me as if Lewis didn't go out there and have a baby on her. Like, it was, girl, shut up. Shh. Don't tell this man my business. Oh Lord, Sally's about to be a hot mess, but I do think that this is going to lead into whatever madness is ensuing next season because, girl, I was trying to help. I was actually trying to protect you, friend. Like, no. All right, here we go with the. I'm tired of them giving these hoes cancer. I'm tired of it.
Kanan just lost Big Mama.
Big Mama, your arm. We all, every single time, every single goddamn show where it's a treacherous, tired, diabolical witch of a mother. We have to redeem a hoe. We have to redeem a hoe even in death. We have to take them through there in death and redeem them. And I'm the only mama you have, and you must forgive me. Why? Because I'm on my deathbed. I don't have a lot of time left. My eternal clock is ticking. I got the cancer. Oh Lord, I'm tired. I'm tired. Every time. Every single time. I don't care what show they're going to take you through there. So every single thing that you haven't even atoned for, showed remorse for, tried to get forgiven for, recalibrate our lives, our relationships. Be a true mother. Take accountability. You can't even take none over here with Eddie's sorry ass and him just showing up out of the blue. No. We all have to forget about it now. We all got to sit it on the ground because they gave her the cancer. I should have known when she had all this damn pink last episode. I'm really sick of that plot. I'm sick of that. We have other things that need to be dealt with before we get to try to hold her hand at bedside because she's having the cancer and mama, I forgive you for everything. I'm the only mama you got. I ain't gonna always be here for you to blame. Who you gonna blame then? I'm still gonna blame you. That doesn't make you having cancer does not make those things obsolete. You're still trash. You're still trash. But here we are with it. And we're going to have to deal with this and whatever ensues with Jax in these relationships because mama got the cancer. Big mama, your arm, whatever. We also have to deal with whatever Eddie is sitting on and Lewis is sitting on because now this is going to trump everything that ever happened in the past and currently with Jax because we got to be there for Big Mama in her goddamn arm. Ashley, she got the cancer.
Girl, I'm telling you, it's copy and paste. We just saw it on Raising Kanan. A devious elder hoe gets the cancer. You're supposed to forgive the lifetime of pain and sorrow that they've inflicted on their children and grandchildren. I don't give a damn. And Darflina, I saw your comment. And yes, sister, Denzel said he retiring. Pauletta got to retire too. You come on in the
I
house.
was just about to say that.
Go on and let's retire together. Because
Right.
this is a mess. I just say do it next episode. All right. If we're going to take her out, just take her out next episode. So we don't have to deal with her terrible mothering anymore. And it's going to be a whole thing because Jack still ain't going to get full resolution about anything. She's going to go into a deep, dark depression. She's going to be smoking 8 spliffs a day. And we're going to have to watch her unravel from that. It's like, what else do we need over here? Damn it. I hate it. And I told Tyra because I watched it before she got a chance to. I was like, you're going to hate it. I'm just telling you, there's going to be a part of this episode that you absolutely hate. Because why are you giving everybody cancer? Everybody ain't got cancer, damn it. What happened to a good old getting hit by a bus or something like that? If you're going to take somebody out, why gotta always be the cancer?
Because then that makes Jax have to have another case to fight for. There are so many other ways to write a character off or to have a death. Even if it's another illness, it's always cancer when it comes to women, especially mothers who are piss poor. I'm over it. Lawrence?
Oh my God. So yeah, like Ashley said, she took the words right out of my mouth. Basically, in my personal opinion, when I say this right here, I believe the actress Pauletta may have signed on for Reasonable Doubt. I don't know, but she may have signed on just for 3 seasons, right? And after that, it was like, well, we're gonna figure out a way to kill you. And like y'all said, why not just go with the cancer? I'm tired of the cancer as well. There had to be some type of other way you can write her out if she's going to leave the show. Now, as far as Jax. So now she has to deal with the mom with the cancer. And that could also go back to that one scene at the very beginning where she was standing there crying a whole lot. I forgot what scene it was. They kind of like foreshadow it. That could be a part of that whole ordeal right there. So Jack's got to deal with cancer, Eddie and Lewis, and her job. It's a lot on Jax right now. But the mom, oh my God. Mama Lou, they couldn't find another way for you? That's all I have.
EJ, they gave her the cancer.
Yeah, I mean, we had to do something to lighten Jax up, right? And to take all the eyes off of what's his face, Eddie, trifling self. So I see them doing this, and then this is usually the route that they go. I mean, but we could have been more creative with it. We could have done something else. Hell, they could have let her and Eddie ran off together somewhere. I wouldn't have cared either way, but I don't feel like we need to take like the heat off of her. Like Mama Lou is just horrible. So why we got to make Jax feel away again? Like why we got to try to take, I just feel like we're constantly always making Jax have to be the one to do the compromising and to be the one that's like her feelings are valid. Like the stuff that she feels is valid. I'm not saying Jax is perfect or anything like that because Jax be doing some stuff, but I do feel like they're always trying to make Jax be the one to, I got to compromise. I got to this. I got to do this. I got to do that. And now we're about to do it again because now whatever she feels for her mom, she's about to let it go because this is going to trump everything.
I just need for them to do other stuff. Like, go back to that spectacle stuff. You may used to doing soap operas where it'd be just all dramatic. Go do those things. It's okay to go over the top and do the most. It's okay. It's okay. We don't have. Do we have super chats in here? I was just very devastated at the fact that we're gonna go down this road again. Thank you so much, Demarcus. Jack still don't know about the merger. She does not. Once she figures it out, like I said, when we got into the season in the beginning, I think it would be interesting if Jax went out on her own and tried to do her own independent firm or whatever private situation, but just away from them. Because baby, go where you celebrated, if not independent. Thank you, Roses. But outside Sally in Bill's scene was a jump scare. Sally, you can't be that desperate. Embarrassing. Oh God, Yeah,
In his red suspenders. It's coded, I'm telling y'all.
he was saying it was some pure right Aryan Brotherhood on his
That's what it looked like.
yeah. I'm gonna go and look at it because I was like, I was just trying not to like. I really didn't want. I was like, oh my god, I didn't want to see it, so I didn't. I sure wasn't looking at his back child. But if there's some other stuff going on that we need to pay attention to, I run it back for the public.
It was anchors and all kind of stuff. I need to Google it because I said, oh, it looked very airy.
He said he was in the Navy,
Mm.
or what was he? The National Guard. He was over there somewhere.
Merchant Marine, yeah, someone over there. Mm-hmm.
Lauren, predictions for the next episode.
Man. So we already know they're going to unfortunately have to have this conversation about the cancer. I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about the merger. I guess we'll get some more details about the case as well. Maybe, yeah, we'll get some more details about the case. And I think that's really about it. Lewis is still going to be Lewis, of course. I hate that so much for him. Maybe the kids will come back this episode. I'm not for sure. But yeah, I was thinking about something that somebody else said earlier, that now we are going to have to, all the feelings that we had about the mother, we're going to have to suppress them now because she has cancer. They're going to make us feel bad. Now Jack's going to be forced even more to build a relationship, a stronger relationship with her dad now, knowing that the mom is about to go away.
Oh, we're all looking forward to that. EJ, any predictions for the next episode?
I just think we're going to see more diabolicalness of Bill. I think that Bill is about to show us his real true colors. I'm sorry that I really thought that Bill was going to, I thought he was going to do right. But I mean, clearly he is not going to do right. And we're about to see where that's going to lead to. So I think we're going to see that. And then I think we're going to see the first signs of Monica popping up too, because Monica's just going to start popping up. Monica is about to go in, and she's about to do pop-ups, and we're about to get some more little flashbacks into whatever is because it's like a lot of stuff going on, but I think we're about to get a little bit more pieces of the story, but from Monica's standpoint, almost like I think she knows stuff. Not that he, unalived Wendy, but I just think that she knows some things that are going to kind of tie in. And hopefully we get something with Lord. Can we please just get her? I just need to know who she is. Come on.
Ashley?
Yeah, this is all the sisters episode. Next episode, the sister and her sinister misdeeds. I'll be satisfied if Bill's true nature is revealed, but we need to get in this sister. I need to know what she knows. I need to know what she did. Because typically there's 2 stories, I believe, in A Reasonable Doubt. And typically by episode 7 or 8, or excuse me, because don't they usually go 10 episodes?
Yeah.
So by episode 7 or 8, the first situation's kind of resolved, and then they're building up to another one to leave us on a cliffhanger. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking Wendy will be wrapped up in the next couple of episodes. So we're going to get the full deviant nature of this sister is my theory. And then the setup for next season, and that's going to be Bill and Sally Hemings, and maybe Jackson, another hostage situation. But yeah, I'm ready for episode 7. Come on with it. They've been doing so great. I'm so proud of this writer's room this season. I'm so proud of them. I think this is a market improvement over season 2. I'm just really pleased. This is what we want. We want to come and we want to have good things to say about shows every single time. So I appreciate that they did some work and really elevated the storyline this season, in my opinion.
I'm expecting Jax to really be all over Paulette and them, because they say we're not going to keep too much of a secret. The moment that they tell her she's going to be going and trying to get the breast treatments and what did they say, I think we'll get more information on how far it is and what that means. Like, she might just be getting, might be something temporary. It might just, this might not be something to sit her down and for her to die from. We don't know until we get there. I'm sure we're going to get into Alex, because towards the end of this episode, he did have something hidden on a hard drive, and it was over there with Wendy on top of somebody. I feel like it was Daddy, but I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, of course, but clearly that's something he thinks that he can use in his favor to garner some money out of that family again. But I don't want to spend too much time on Jack's mama. I never liked her, so I would appreciate if we got more into the case as well as everything. Jack's mother can stay right over there with those children. But y'all, that is the episode. That is the episode. Let me get this super chat here before I don't see it anymore. Thank you, HFG. Jax will be in her own practice by the next season. Mark my words. That's what I'm waiting on. I would love to see that, and we just what that looks like. Because isn't the assistant studying to be a
Yeah.
lawyer? Yeah.
Her
See,
bar, right? Yeah.
she's the first lawyer to be on her team already. EJ, I am going to come to you first. Let the people know what you have coming up on your channel.
Yeah, so actually, I'm about to do this again. We're about to talk about Reasonable Doubt again. And then I'll be dropping my Reasonable Doubt solo thoughts probably over the weekend. And then if you're looking at the family business, I have a ton of family business content. We're counting down all the way until the end. And I think I had something. Oh, no, that's gone off. I think that's it on the channel for right now. But I might have some other stuff, so keep your notifications on. This was fun.
Okay, thank you, EJ. Lawrence.
Yeah, shout out to Hulu, man. Hulu featured me today on the Instagram account and on their Twitter account for a post I made on Twitter about about Eddie basically absolutely clearing Lewis. So shout out to Hulu. Hulu, if y'all watching, if you want to send your boy a PR box, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of the show. I'm just saying. I did my review of the latest episode of Reasonable Doubt, so make sure y'all check that out. I'm looking for some great content coming in November. I love to do basically black shows on my channel. It's really what I try to focus on, black shows and superheroes / comic book stuff. So hopefully come November, we will have some great content coming. So make sure y'all subscribe to your boy.
Thank you. Lawrence said gifts, donations. Ashley, what about you?
Don't forget tonight, immediately following this live, we talk Abbott Elementary Season 5, Episode 3. Tomorrow, we will be discussing murder, death in the family. And what else do we do tomorrow, Tyra? We've got the Braxtons. We are the Braxtons, and you'll see that. So be there or be square. Please make sure that you're subscribed, have that notification bell hit so you don't miss a thing. And finally, thank y'all for coming through and supporting us. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, do, and we will see you guys shortly as we get into Abbott Elementary. Be sure to like the video, hype the video, subscribe to everybody here, and do the same on their platforms. We appreciate it, and we will definitely see you guys next Friday for more Reasonable Doubt. Good night, y'all.
She said she my eye, but I don't know her. Had to look her up. I know that I'm rich, but I can help it. I'm good as fuck. I've been on these bitches neck so long, sometimes I fucking stuck. I can put you in my business. You might wish me dead tomorrow. Bitches be on today, sing every word up tomorrow. I still got cases open. Keep your mouth shut tomorrow. Play with me today, then get some sleep. You